Hello everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome back to my channel. My name's Honk Mickey and today we're going to be turning a rectangle into a starter home. Now you may be confused as to why I'm doing this. Well, the thing is I know that people always say like, oh, I don't have the skills to build, oh, I'm really bad. That is not true, my friends. If you know the special like tricks and tips in building a simple house, then you can build whatever you want, basically. And the most basic trick in the book is start with a rectangle or a square, add some more rectangles and squares, and you've got a house. And so I wanted to illustrate that with this video, and hopefully it comes across. I think I did a pretty decent job, if I say so myself. But this house is going to be a starter home. It goes for the budget with a single mom and a toddler, because I like to create Sims when I build houses, which is another tip. If you create Sims and build a house for them, a lot of times the furnishing and the building will come a lot easier because you've got an entity in mind for the inhabitants of the home, and it's a lot easier to kind of do the furnishings and build certain aspects of the house with their kind of personalities and thought process in mind. But yeah. Ooh, another tip and trick. If you put down the stairs and you delete well, you don't have to do it for indoor stairs, but outdoor stairs. If you put them down and like a little bit spaced out from the front porch and you delete the walls that are like underneath the stairs, that'll give you a little extra money. That's something I learned from trial and error. But yeah, now we're just kind of working on the walling of the house. Tip and trick for this. Good one. Here we go. I do it on this house too, is if you do a walling like this with like half siding and half brick, and then you find the matching brick, the siding or like the matching white siding that goes with it, you can easily kind of break up the monotonous shape of the house. Like if it's just all one color, it looks very boring. Or you could just do like you can add pillars to the corners of the house to make it look not as like just blah, I guess. But that's just a personal opinion. You could love the one color shape, like one color option. But personally, I think that's a really good tip to have, because you can just, it adds a lot more to the house if you have that one like little brick section or that one paneling section. It makes it look more like handcrafted and not as computer generated, in my opinion. Obviously, you could have a completely different opinion and your opinion is valid. But now I'm working on the roofing. A good tip for that is what I just did. I added the I don't know what the names of the roofing are. The pointy roof with the open sides. You add that like all the way around a roof, but you just make it the same height. You could have that really nice kind of edge to it and makes it look kind of, it doesn't make it look like a big flat surface. It adds that kind of cutoff area if you don't want to put like what are they called? Those little border thingies. I don't know what they're called, but I think you know what I mean. But now we're on to the interior, tips for the interior. I don't know. I'll talk about when we start, actually furnishing, but this is what the actual flooring and walling is going to be. It's a relatively neutral color palette of white and brown, because I didn't know what I wanted to do with the interior, because the mom I had in mind, she's a workaholic. She likes to garden. She also likes to throw like dinner parties in her spare time, but she's very dedicated to her daughter. And so I didn't know how I wanted to furnish her house. She's got like a relatively neutral color palette for her clothing. I might actually upload them to the gallery when I upload this. Well, I already uploaded this house probably by the time you're watching it. But I might upload the family too, just in case you want to play with them as well, because they're really cute. I really like them. I might play with them in my free time. But oh, the kitchen. I wasn't looking whenever I was talking, and I'm back and I'm realizing that we're already pretty much put in all the kitchen stuff, but that's not how it ends up being. I wanted to put a full dining table in, because she likes to throw dinner parties and it takes up a lot of space. And so I had to kind of keep the kitchen to that relative like back corner, but it looked really cramped the way I had it. Ow, my foot's asleep. Ow, sorry. I don't know where this came from. My foot is like dying. I'm dying. I'm sorry. I've done this voiceover like 7 times, so I'm not redoing it. So you're welcome. But I wanted to keep the kitchen to that back corner, and nothing was working, because I didn't want it to extend too far out, but I also didn't want it to be that wide open space with just that, what are they called? Cabinet and fridge and then stove and counter. And so we're not there yet. I don't know why I'm talking about it, but you'll see in a second. But the little trick with putting those 3 different sized plants on the floor was a really good way to kind of take up space and not just kind of clutter it up with objects. It's just kind of a nice decorative thing. And I do it a lot, I'm realizing, but at this one, it makes sense in this house because she likes the garden. So I figured she'd be surrounded by plants in her free time. Like whenever she has friends over, she parties and has dinner parties, but she also works from home. So she's got a nice like office set up in her room, but then she likes to garden whenever she's got some free time and play with her kid. So I just gave you a backstory on my Sims. You didn't even know what they look like, but now you have their backstory. You're welcome. But the kitchen is going to be coming up in a second, just finishing up the basic living area. Okay, I think we're about to start on the kitchen, I think. Yeah, okay, so I was struggling a little bit because I wanted to keep the couch and the stove on separate sides, and I wanted to give the sink its own little area, but nothing was really working, I guess. It didn't look right. And then if you put the counters right up against the stove, it looks too small. And so my solution was to get a half counter and then like merge the islands with it. I don't know if that worked well. I mean, and also the thing is there's a half counter across the other side. I haven't play tested the kitchen yet. I just started recording the voiceover because I've got stuff to do. And so I'll play test it before I upload it. So everything will work whenever you download the house. But if the counters don't work the way they're supposed to, the little half counter by the fridge will be a full counter. So that'll be the only change that you see relatively. Okay, so now we're on to the kitchen. No. Now we're on to the bathroom. I'm messing up. There's something caught in my throat, and I'm trying not to clear my throat, like, on voiceover, but it's really bothering me. But now we're on to the kitchen. No, I just said it again. What is happening? Well, this is the 7th time I've tried to record this voiceover. Of course, I'm a mess. But now we're on to the bathroom. I got it right for once. This is the relative shape of the bathroom. I made sure to give them a bathtub because, of course, there's a toddler in the house and you need a bathtub to bathe them. If you don't like it, you can easily get rid of it and turn it into a shower or something else, or move the sinks over there, or whatever you want to do. It's all up to you. I think this house does have a good, like, kind of option for customization. Like, you could easily just delete all the furnishings in this house and make it completely different. There's so many kind of ways that you could edit it. Like, you keep one room the bedroom and then make another office, or have, like, a painting area. It's a relatively good size for a starter home, and if you wanted to, if you got rid of that toddler room, you'd have a substantial amount of money left over, so you could turn it into like a single sim or a couple sim starter home with their own kind of skill building room, whatever you want. But now I'm on to the bedroom. This is going to be the mom's bedroom / office. In my head, she works from home because she wants to be there for her child always. And so I had to make her have her own office area, and I didn't have enough space to put it out into like that one giant living area. And so I stuck it in her room. But this is me doing the toddler room first because I wanted to make sure I had enough money to put in all of her items. I don't think I put in a high chair. Oh no. I might have to go back in and change that. Yeah, I don't think I put in a high chair. The high chair will be included whenever you download the house. If you're looking for if you're looking for a single mom starter, the high chair will be included. I always forget because in my head I'm like, The Sims 3 don't need a high chair when you feed your babies. And so I always forget to add them to The Sims 4, but whatever. Now we're back onto the mom's bedroom. Again, I'm putting like a bunch of papers everywhere and make it look she's got a bunch of work to do. She's also kind of a workaholic in my head. Just my own like personal like storyline I have. She's very much a workaholic because she wants to have the best life for her daughter and her. And so I wanted to make it look like she's super busy. And of course she is. She's a great worker in my head. But yeah, this is gonna be, what am I trying to say? The ending layout of her room. And yeah, pretty much. It's essentially the ending layout of her room. Just, it's very basic, but I wanted to look basic because in her head, it's more of a workspace and a sleep space. It's not like anything else special. It's just to get work done and to sleep at the end of the day. My throat. Hold on. Let me just hold on. I needed that. Okay, so now we're adding decorations. I didn't want to put too many decorations because I wanted to make sure to put some planter boxes in the backyard. Because again, she loves to plant in my head, and so I wanted to give her that opportunity to have a designated space for planting. Because she seems like the kind of control freak person that would like not plant in the ground. She would instead plant in a planter box, even though the ground is like right there for the picking. Instead, she chooses to use a planter box, which I do find weird. But that's just me. I would like, if you have the ground, why make planter boxes? But that's totally off topic. Now we're doing the landscaping, very basic. I didn't have a lot of money left over, so I think I just put like a couple like ferns and other things, and then just like one yellow plant because I wanted to blend in with the other places around the Sunset. This is not Sunset Valley. What's this called? I don't remember. In this world. I just called it Sunset Valley. I'm really thinking about The Sims 3 today. I'm a mess. Okay, so I think I'm just going to leave this here. If you liked the video and want to see more content from me, make sure to drop a like down below to help out the channel and subscribe. If you don't like what you see, like and subscribe anyways just because you can. And I will see you guys in the next video.